Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. All of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California, trying to get the hang of Zoom. And that gentleman out there is
Jay Silverman, Tempe, Arizona.
Jay and I love to throw stuff at Jay. For some reason, he's like my bootlegger in Arizona. We today have the XXX Sotol to dissect. That's right, XXX. And no, this is not a Sotol that's named after the movie XXX. Okay, it's not another celebrity brand. Okay, for those of you who remember XXX, the movie, it was unforgettable. But anyway, this is a wild harvested Sotol.
Is this legal, Mike?
Somehow it made it past the TTB. So I imagine that it is.
Okay.
This is and it's interesting because this is Sotol, but it's got Concurso de Espirituosos GTO. This is from Chihuahua, but this is apparently a gold medal winner at this contest right here. So I'm kind of anxious because this is extremely small batch, folks. Look at this, is a 375. Okay.
Very, very crystal clear on the color.
Yeah, lots of
very pure, natural, crystal clear. I don't know the GTO, but it looks pretty badass.
Well, the GTO is just the contest that was their medal. But yeah, I'm kind of anxious because it is wild harvested and very small batch, and you are overdressed for Sotol. You're using the Bormiolis again.
Do you think that's a bad call? Because I thought it made everything taste better.
No. I'm good with that. I use the Jarrito for the one we use for the wider mouth for the higher ABV.
I'm a little extra, Mike. I'm a little extra. The thing is, I have the shorter Bormiolis, but I'm not sure which one is the tequila and the mezcal. I think I've gotten them mixed up, and I forget to go back and compare the two.
Yeah,
I'll have to look. I'll have to research it later and see which one is what.
Yeah,
they're great. Their glassware is fantastic. I've been using a lot of the Glencairn, some
Glencairns too. Yeah,
because I kind of liked. Yeah, it's just really nice, and it's a perfect glass. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat these.
Yeah, they are. They're good for everything.
Yeah, I spent time at a whiskey bar last year.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
Like
a lot of time. ABV, and so it's interesting because Jay and I have had several Sotols and Mezcals, primarily Sotols, that are higher. They come in higher. This is one of the few I've seen come in at 42. So I'm kind of anxious to give it a try. It's pretty clean.
Yeah, the color is super clear.
How are your legs and tears on the Bormioli?
It's present. It's definitely present. They look nice. It's definitely one that you can tell it's extremely, perfectly clear. So
yeah, and the tears are naturally they're not clingy, but they're not streaming down either.
I don't know if you can see the legs on this and on video because it's so clear.
I can actually see them on and I don't have the greatest lighting in the world here. It's midday here in Southern California. So
Mike, what part of Chihuahua is this made in? Llanos or?
And Llanos, I'm not sure.
Llanos, sorry.
Let's get into the juice first, and then I'll get the stats and stories, because we didn't get any information on this except an email.
I came here with an open mind. I don't know a whole lot about this brand, but I'm ready.
Well, what do you get on the nose? It's really bright. Wow. It's almost fruity. Wow.
It seems balanced, honestly. It seems like there's a good balance of like different aromas.
I'm getting a lot of fruit. It's almost behaving like a mezcal, like an espadín. It's bright.
Yeah, let me swirl this around a little. This is good. Reminds me of the Sotol from Durango that we tried last year.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling it's just traditional. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel as far as distillation and
There,
It smells like a very, pure natural Sotol from Chihuahua. That's just,
it's very bright though. It really, if you didn't know this was a Sotol, you'd think it was a mezcal. And again, it's at 42, but I'm getting more fruit and not so much the heavy herbaceousness or fibrousness that I normally get in a Sotol.
I'm getting like savory notes that I can't, it's hard for me to tell you exactly.
Yeah.
What they are, but I like it has a balance of like, well-roundedness, different kinds of flavor profiles of like
that's really pretty
sweet, savory, bitter, it's just a round.
I think underlying, I'll get a little bit of the earth, not a lot. It's almost like it's almost an afterthought. And they're getting earth, yeah.
Nice that you don't get too much alcohol, which is nice. It's got a nice distillation.
Virtually no alcohol, and I'm not getting even smoke. I don't even detect smoke. It's wow, it's bright. That's bright. There we go. Wow.
It's really good.
Wow, that's just a burst of flavor right on your palate everywhere.
Yeah, it's excellent. I really like that first sip. It has great mouthfeel, perfect amount of sweetness, and pretty good finish too. It's the finish is like pow. It's great. Sotol.
Yeah, at 42.
Really, really nicely made. Actually, very, very impressed. I wasn't, like I said, I really did come with an open mind. I don't know anything about this brand, and I'm just trying to taste it and give it my honest opinion. But it's very good.
I think we found. I'm pretty sure I found them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is that let me see. Let me check my my information here. There we go. There was an email. The gentleman, his name is let's see here. Agricolas Maverick is his handle. That's his handle. And he says to us, he says, it would be great to see XXX with you guys. We'll make sure to send you the Blanco product, which is our presentation product. We also have some reposados. We'll be tasting those a little bit later. He says we have a Sotol in a tequila barrel, and we have a Sotol in a bourbon barrel. Okay. So they are totally two different products, even though the Sotol we first place in them is the same. Okay, so we're tasting the root of the whole brand here.
Okay, yeah.
And it says we are in Chihuahua and we have frequent trips to El Paso. So I guess they do a lot of trips to El Paso. And so that's how. But most of the information that we found, I'll have to check the Instagram, and I'll do that later on in the other two reviews. But Jay, do we want to say anything else about this? Because
I think it's promising. Honestly, it's very good.
Yeah, I
was impressed a lot with that first sip and the finish. I really like it. It's very well made. I still, I'm curious to find out more about the brand and the background, but it's excellent.
Let me give it a second pass. It's almost like it's fruity. I'm getting my
legs. I don't know if you can see the legs are really good on there.
Now we're getting them.
You can't quite.
I'm getting like stone fruit now. Like at first I thought it was plantain or a banana, and then it went to like an apricot, and wow, this is a miracle. I've never had these. You and I have never picked out this kind of stuff in a Sotol at a lower ABV. At 42, folks. I mean, a lot of mezcals are coming in at 40, but now they're coming in at 42. A lot of Sotols are, I guess, doing this. But, we've had stuff. Usually it's 48, 47, 46 at least. I'm surprised at the character that we're getting out of this at the lower ABV. And it begs the question, I wonder what it tastes like at a higher ABV. Mm. Jay, you
Nice
could work
stuff. Really good stuff.
you could work wonders with this.
Yeah, it's very, very well made. It reminds me of, I was just thinking, we have some flights at the restaurant with the Sotol, Bacanora, Racia.
This one reminds me
It's
of
getting out there. You know, people are starting to learn more and more about Sotol as a whole, as the, you know, the whole industry is getting out there quite a bit more in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and
Becoming, much easier to find, and you know, based on different press and Tequila Aficionado has been a big part of that too, honestly.
well, yeah, I mean, you and I have been at the forefront of a lot of these brands.
Yeah,
people may have never heard of before unless you take a trip to where, you know, to Arizona or, you know, West Texas, South Texas,
yeah,
and even Southern California. I know that they're begging for more Sotols.
really.
They're begging for, yeah, they're big, and mezcals are huge out here.
Oh, definitely. But I didn't know there was a demand, that much of a demand for Sotol. That's good to hear.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I know in Arizona it does pretty well because we have, you know, the proximity to Chihuahua, and there's a lot of people that are, you know, from northern Mexico that are come here and represent, and you know, people from the world of Bacanora as well. But this is
wow.
definitely really good quality. I'm curious to try the tequila versus the bourbon. That's
yeah,
definitely promising.
Brand of Promise nominee.
Good quality stuff. Good quality stuff.
Very, very well. Now here,
I would give it like a 9 out of 10, you know?
yeah, no kidding. This one rocks, folks. It is 42 ABV. If you see it in Arizona, tell us where you're getting it, how much you're paying for it. We know nothing. All right. We just, what we found on Instagram, and then we reached out and they said, yeah, you know, and they're very transparent. You're going to see a lot of how they make it and how small batch. This operation is really small batch. I mean, I got a 375. That's how big we get them. And we're literally going to surprise you with the bourbon and the tequila version. Okay. But that's our take on XXX tequila, XXX. I'm Sotol. I'm sorry. There is a XXX tequila. We don't want to talk about that. This is XXX Sotol, XXX Sotol. I love it. It's no wonder they won an award. Wow, man. But I want to taste it at a higher ABV. I'm going to go on record. And the gentleman's name is Carlos. I want to go on record, Carlos. I want it higher. And I
know some people in Phoenix, for sure, that would love to try this because I think they would love it.
Yeah,
it's because it is getting more and more out there, the whole category. But
it's a beautifully made. It's way different. It's not what if you're a Sotol nut like the couple of us are here. You're going to be surprised because it's not what you expect. Okay, the flavor profile, it did a 180, and it even tastes like it's coming out of another state, like you said. It's almost, like, you know, it reminds me of the one we had in Durango, right? The one from Durango.
Oh well, yeah. At first the aroma, but then the finish is a little bit more traditional.
Yeah,
and you know, well made, but it's good. That's my take.
Hey, that's our take. That's Sotol XXX. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like because that helps us with the algorithm. If you're watching us on Instagram, follow us, okay? You can follow Jay Zagavia, right? That's your handle on Instagram.
That's right.
Mine's Timber Elk, my personal one, and of course Tequila Aficionado. We're everywhere. Follow us. But whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely, friends.